go. I have watched a lot of body cam videos. I don't know why. I think I might have body cam brain rot and I don't know how to fix it. Does anybody else experience body cam brain rot?
Criminals will do anything to try and escape the law, but
I don't know how to juggle, but I did go to circus school. I don't know if that's like important information, but I guess I'm a professional clown.
what happens when they try to flirt with police officers to escape instead?
This is gonna be hard to watch.
I'll put it in your mouth.
This is interesting.
From tempting the cops during an arrest
You see, spread. How much you spread that? Do you want me to spread, Daddy?
to trying to take a police officer home,
You ever just click on a video and already regret it?
here is the ultimate compilation of suspects who
I
think they
already
can
regret
seduce
it,
the
man.
police
I don't
to
think
get
I
out of
should've clicked
jail.
on this.
Let's start with the case of Grace Spoonamore.
Stop! Don't get out!
Oops. Wait, her name is Grace Spoonamore. I mean, we should have known that this was going to be a seducing the police officer moment because she's already trying to spoon him more.
I'm asking you questions, you answer.
Okay, and I will answer. Why'd you get on me like that?
It's
What?
just that court, it's just a female.
Wait. Why did he say it like that? He said that with some woman hatred in his voice.
Alright, step out.
A white
Step out.
female.
Put your hands behind your back.
It doesn't take a genius to realize Grace has been drinking, and the cop
Yeah.
now has a fairly menial DUI investigation
was
ahead of him.
chug-jugging
At
with you
least
for real.
that's what he expected before Grace decided to make it a stop to remember.
Can you stop pulling me like that?
Nope. Do you have anything in your pockets?
Oh, yeah?
This guy is so no nonsense though. Can you stop, please? Nah.
Oh, yeah?
Whoa, what was
You
that?
want to check me? Search me real quick. It may feel intelligent.
What?
Alright, stop. Sitting there.
No, you don't want to stop.
Are you on something right now?
No.
She's just trying to get on him, I guess. Yeah, she's pretty drunk.
I just came from dinner with my trick.
Whoa!
How much you have to drink there?
Is that legal?
2 doubles of what?
Patron.
So you are drunk.
And I'm going to keep it a buck with you.
Where's the owner of that vehicle?
I don't know.
Who's Don to
I
Smith?
don't think she knows anything.
It wasn't simple suspicious driving that got Grace pulled over. She'd actually crashed into another vehicle and then fled the scene. And not only was she driving drunk, but she wasn't even old enough to drink, as she was only 20
Can you get like triple whammied with the law? This is gonna be a long time at the station for real.
years old. That's probably why she was so eager to get the cop to search her and talk to him like this.
What is your name? Stay in the
Grace.
car. Stay in the car.
Hi, Grace.
Okay, I understand.
Get in the car. Get your leg in the car.
Listen.
Look, this is how I'll tell you how you guys know if I'm drunk, okay? When your eyelash falls off, it's over. I think she has one eyelash on, and every time I see that, I go, oh no. It's been a rough day.
Get your leg in the car.
You feel some type of way because my leg ain't in the car?
Get your foot in the car. I'm gonna get your driver's license out of your purse, okay?
You can do that.
All right, put your foot in the car.
Do I have to?
Yes, put your foot in the car.
Why you gotta be so demanding?
It's not taking
Oh my
long for
God,
the
this is
cop to get
professional
fed up with her
babysitting. I always
antics,
say
so
that.
he brings another officer onto the scene
Oh,
and tries to
God.
get to the bottom of things.
She
She's
just
gonna ask for an
rear-ended
Eiffel
that car
Tower.
30371. This was the flock camera hit. I thought he was taking off from me. 15 franc, but she said she just bought the car.
I can tell you that I am, but I'm not.
What?
Clear, confirming she's under 21.
3 doubles.
Remember when the
Whoa,
first cop
she
asked the same
lied.
question?
Liar,
Grace said
liar,
she'd
liar,
had
liar.
2 doubles, and now it's been upgraded to 3. Clearly, she's not even sure of how much she had to drink.
Where are you guys going where they overserve you? I wasn't allowed to. I'm not saying I would, but when I bartended, Chili's, they cut you off. The steakhouse I worked at cut you off. Where are people going?
So being sober is pretty out of the
Hooters?
question for her. But she still wants to make sure the cops have extra information and starts to act even weirder.
What's that?
You're up.
Yeah, I'm not touching her.
6 doubles. She's
Yeah.
very small. It's not like she's tall. I mean,
So, do you have insurance for that vehicle?
Yes.
You have to be really careful. This is just like, you know, like when your mom tries to tell you something just because she experienced it? you have to be really careful serving people alcohol, because if she gets in an accident and she hurts somebody or kills somebody, then the bartender can get in trouble for over serving. So that's why I think they're very strict about that at the places I worked at.
What do you think I am? Some broke ass hoe?
Wow.
I think you're drinking and driving right now.
Definitely. Because who can stand a regular without drinking?
Who can what?
Now, you can't sell a dick
Wow.
without selling it for a tongue.
What?
What do you mean?
You understand that?
No.
Now
No?
that is like
No.
Plato's
With the
philosophy.
heart. For a tongue.
Inappropriate comments are something cops can shrug off and deal with easily. But after just 5 minutes in the back of the patrol car, Grace starts to have what can only be described as a temper tantrum that does nothing other than add a slew of potential charges to her already long list.
Oh my
What's
God,
your
there's
current
no way
address
this
right now? Where are you
works.
staying?
Don't worry about all that.
What's your current? Well, I need your current address.
No, I'm not giving it to you.
You need to give me your current address right
No.
now.
And what do you want to do if I don't?
I'm going to
Put me
charge
in
you with
jail?
obstructing.
Constructing what?
Obstructing official business. What
Why
is
she
your,
acting like Bob the
I
Builder?
don't care.
what is your current
I
address?
don't care.
So here's the thing, Grace.
I don't
Uh-oh.
care.
Is he gonna give her any
If we
grace
can't
or
figure out who
no?
you are where you stay at, you sit in jail until they fingerprint you and find
Alright,
out.
good. Do it.
I don't want to do that.
Do it.
What's your current address? Are you staying here?
Where y'all investigators who protecting that and let us know about my.
Oh, she
I don't
spit! Isn't spit assault? I think it is assault, right? Oh my God, you should never spit on anybody.
assault.
Oh
Did she just spit on
no!
All right, she's going down. We're not gonna
Battery,
test
it's
her.
battery.
Grace has escalated this
The only battery I know is you guys told me this wasn't normal, but the way I used to check 9-volt batteries when I was a kid was I would put the end of it on my tongue, and if it zapped me, it meant it was good.
from drunk driving and now to assault of a police officer. And she doesn't plan on stopping there.
All right, what do you?
No,
what do
I
you
don't
want?
believe you.
Hawk to arrest that thing.
What do you want?
I don't believe you.
For what?
I don't believe you at all.
For what?
Because I've been abducted and cut up, and you wasn't needed when I needed you when I was
Oh my
bleeding
God!
out.
What?
Where was you?
Was that in Georgia?
No, it was in Cleveland.
Well, we're not in Cleveland right
I
now.
don't give a fuck. He is in Cleveland.
We're in
You
Barton.
let me bleed out.
Me?
You don't know what the fuck you're dealing with.
Okay.
You
Me?
don't.
Okay.
You no, not okay. Okay. No,
You're in the
because
car
you
right
don't
now.
trust me.
Okay.
She has so much spit in her mouth, it kind of looks like, you know, whenever you get braces and they give you the rubber bands, it's kind of like that. I used to make my friend at the lunch table play a song with his rubber bands.
Stay in.
No,
Stay in.
you don't trust me.
Stay in the car. Come on.
You don't trust me.
Stay in the car.
You don't trust me.
Go ahead, pull it.
So you're a bully. No, he liked it, okay? He was in my Magic the Gathering club, okay? It's not that big of a deal. We were the coolest kids in school, okay, man? Magic the Gathering club and anime club, we were unstoppable.
You don't trust me. You don't trust
I
me.
don't trust you. You just spit on me.
Grace isn't making any sense at all now, so the
Yeah.
officer drove her back to the station where she appeared to have calmed down somewhat, but not in a cool way at all.
Oh my God! If you ever catch me in a body cam video with asterisks, urinates, asterisks like I'm a furry RPer, just end me now. Just end me now, man. I'm never showing back up again. I'm never showing my face in public.
Logan, you look like a Logan.
Okay? Logan.
Go ahead.
I guess she pee-pees herself. Oh, there we go.
You gonna let me keep it in?
How is he supposed to stop you? How do you stop somebody from peeing?
Oh, come on.
I don't want to piss through you.
Come on.
Okay. Shit. Bye.
Okay, just stay in
The
that blue
worst
box.
part is she is
Stay in that blue
cute.
box.
Sad day.
Can I take it off?
No, leave it on.
And I am.
Leave it on. Grace, just stop.
I want to be in my pen. You wouldn't try me.
Stay in the blue box.
No, hold on.
Stay in the blue box.
You You want to taste
She kind of reminds me of Catch Me Outside Girl, but with more pee.
me?
No.
Do it.
Stay in the blue box.
I like it kinky.
Stay in the blue box, Grace. Stay in the blue box. Step back.
You can touch
Step
me.
back.
You touch me.
Stay in the blue box.
No! Get the fuck from me!
Half a chat's like, normally I skip this part.
You didn't catch my abductor! You didn't catch the person that sent me into prison! You didn't catch them!
There is clearly some history between Grace and the police
Everybody's so
department based on a seemingly
confused.
traumatic past experience, but that's no
Yes.
reason to treat these specific officers in an angry and frankly disrespectful manner. Nevertheless, the damage has already been done.
Who did that? Is this KYR? Watch, it's gonna be a KYR name.
And after this outburst in the police station, she was taken to jail and charged with OVI, speeding, obstruction of official business.
Okay, I'm a big idiot, so you're gonna have to explain this to me like I'm 5 years old. What's an OVI? What's an OVI? I don't know what that is. Over vehicular ingestion. It's like when you eat too many cars. Oh, operating a vehicle impaired. Oh, okay. Well, I was close enough.
Business and assaulting a police officer. But there's a lot more at stake for this next girl who was willing to go a lot further to seduce and escape the cops. In the early hours of the 30th of October, this cop observed a vehicle driving suspiciously in Florida. At a red light,
Oh,
it was
no. Being a Florida cop has to be the worst. Like, how do you decide when someone's driving suspiciously when everybody here drives like shit? Everybody drives bad here.
was completely over the stop line and its plates were expired. However,
Oh.
when he went to pull the driver over,
It's not
things
me,
took a
it's not
turn
me.
he wasn't expecting whatsoever.
Actually, that could be me.
It scared me when I walked up. Forgot tomorrow's Halloween. I'm like, oh boy.
I know, right?
So, reason I got stopped, few things. When you're sitting at the light back here to make the left,
Yeah.
He's
you're all the
pretty.
way out in the intersection.
Oh, okay.
Like you were past the crosswalk, but you were on Toledo Blade before making the left. Is the car registered to you?
Yes, sir.
Okay. The tags on the car expired back in March, and your license is suspended.
The cop should
Arr.
already be suspicious of the girl he identified as Naomi Furer, given her strange
What?
driving, but the more he talked to her, the more it
Huh?
seems that she definitely shouldn't have been driving. She told the cop she just
Do you think some names are for pretty people? Like Naomi to me is like a pretty person name. Yeah, Naomi, I would in my head automatically think that you're very attractive.
come from a Halloween party and had a wristband that was given out by a bar in the local area. The cop is now certain she's over the limit, so he asks her to step out so she can perform some tests.
She almost
But
got her
things
clam out.
immediately start to seem different
Oh
to
my
his usual
God.
stops.
Okay, out of everybody so far, she has the best chance at making this strat work.
Your eyes are bloodshot and glossy. Your speech is slightly slurred.
I'm just very tired, that's all.
There's alcohol coming off the gun. Okay? Check your eyes.
Is that
Do a
blood
couple
on her
exercise
booba?
Okay.
Is that blood or was she just like a part of like a ketchup minigame or something? I don't know what that is. Oh,
Keep your head
Halloween. Maybe
straight,
it was
just
fake
look back and
blood.
forth as you
Oh,
exit.
okay.
Halloween
that's
party,
it.
Halloween party.
You're gonna take 9 heel-to-toe steps.
But what is her costume? I mean, I don't care. She's pretty. I think her costume is just hot girl. I really can't tell. Maybe she was like an angel. Maybe she had a halo and some wings or something.
1, 2, like that. I have 13, I have 14.
Yeah, actually, the costume doesn't matter. She's probably
Do
gonna
you
be wearing
think
an
if I
inmate
give you a
costume
number to
anyway.
start on, you can count backwards to another number?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I want you to start on the number 46 and count backwards to the number 29.
I don't even know if I can do that.
38, 37, 36, 6.
You know what number I told you to start
She's
top on?
cooked!
And you said start at 38 and then start at 49 and I forgot the second one.
Okay.
Unfortunately
Numbers,
for
what do they
Naomi, the
mean?
cop wasn't convinced and
Yeah, it's a
determined that
GG.
she was way over the legal limit.
Yeah.
But right after he put her in cuffs, she decides she has a plan to get out of this mess.
Oh
Do me a favor,
god.
put your hands behind your back. Put your
Hard
palms
to
together like
watch.
you're praying. You're under arrest for DUI. Okay? DUI.
But I am not drunk or anything. Did everything that you asked me to, right? Hey, sir, I can't have a DUI.
Why did I don't know why to me it just sounded like she started speaking in a British accent. Maybe in her head she's like, does he like British girls? I I can't get a DUI.
Please, sir, I'm from Switzerland. I can't have a DUI, please. I don't want to get kicked out of
Wait
the
until I
US.
have a white female type of
I understand. I won't do that in trouble, please, sir. I literally stopped
You're
and I have somebody pick me
you're
up.
not even supposed to be driving in the first place. You have 5 different suspensions on your license.
5 suspensions? Why is she filling out her record like a Pokemon trainer card, man? She's trying to get every badge.
An insurance suspension and 3 fail to pay traffic tickets.
Things are obviously not looking good for Naomi, so when begging doesn't get her way, she switches her strategy to a more seductive method.
Please, sir.
It's out of my hands tonight.
But you're the one arresting me.
Yes, I am the one arresting you, but the decision to make the arrest is already out of my hands tonight. So let's walk back over.
Why?
Because everything we've done tonight is on video.
Oh.
Everything.
I have a camera here. I
But
have
you
3
can still
cameras.
make your decision about why you're going to arrest me for what.
Do you have a pair of shorts or something in here that we can put on?
Oh my god, her coochie was out. Oh no.
To cover you up a little bit?
Jersey. I'll put that on her.
I'll take everything off. Please don't you.
Whoa, 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 whoa. She just like negotiated taking all of her clothes off to be able to get to go away?
I want to go to jail. Please, sir.
I don't want you to take everything off.
I promise I'll have somebody pick me up and drive me home. I promise.
I'm going to show you a little bit of decency and cover you up. You don't want to go into jail looking like that.
Thankfully, the cops ignore her offer and instead opt to cover her up with a hoodie before they
I don't know, the imagery of them dressing her is so funny to me.
take her back to jail.
Please, can you make an
It's like dressing up your avatar in
I need you to
IMVU.
sit in the car.
What would I have to do?
Nothing. The only thing that you could do to not go to jail tonight is not drive drunk.
Yeah, maybe he would have let her go before he saw she was a Buccaneers fan.
So,
But I wasn't driving drunk at all.
please have a seat.
And there's nothing I can do, sir.
No, ma'am.
Even if somebody picks me up.
We're past that.
Not looking good.
A search of Naomi's vehicle recovered 2 containers of whiskey and a beer. But back at the station, she refused to give a breath.
Wait, did he say beer? Brother, that is not a beer. She's White Claw wasted, man. No laws on the claws.
Recovered 2 containers of whiskey and a beer. But back at the station, she refused to give a breath sample. Her car was seized, but as of this video's upload, the case is still ongoing and she has not been charged. Naomi's attempt at flirting didn't work at all with these cops. But the same can't be said about Brooke Teague's encounter, which actually worked out well.
Oh! Wait, she's a professional. Okay. The people before her were amateurs. This is a professional flirting artist. She has watched endless YouTube tutorials on picking people up. Let's see if it works.
Well, it's rumored that her and the cop are still together to this day.
Oh! What? He spoilered the video. Okay, no way. I'm taking notes on this. I'm taking notes. Okay, let's go.
Brooke was pulled over after an officer witnessed her swerving around the road
This is
slightly.
ranked
A
flirting.
telltale sign that the driver was either intoxicated or in need of help. So he swiftly pulled her over, only to be greeted in a surprising way.
Hey, I'm Officer Smith, Bentonville Police Department.
Nice to meet you, Mr. Smith.
I've never heard that before in a traffic stop. I appreciate it.
Huh?
He's already in, man. She said one sentence. She just called him Mister. Oh my God, we are seeing a professional.
Hey, so I'm just stopping you for improper lane use. Doing some
Sorry, I was on the phone.
You're on the phone?
I'll be honest.
Okay. Who are you on the phone with?
My baby daddy. I'll show it to you too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Zachary?
Yeah.
Ooh, that could have been bad. But now he's gonna ask if she likes him still.
How much do you have to drink tonight?
Only one drink.
Just one drink?
Yep. Yes,
Final
sir.
answer?
Miller.
A Miller Lite?
Yes. I won't lie to you, a Miller Lite.
That's all you've had?
Yes, sir. You can ask Zachary.
I don't really want to talk
I
to
know
Zachary.
Oh, damn. He's already showing he doesn't like that she has a man.
Don't, I'm just saying.
Okay.
In just this first minute of conversation, 2 things become clear immediately.
Yeah, he's
Brooke
interested.
has definitely had more than one beer to drink, and how well she and the officer see.
Well, I don't know. Does a Miller Lite count as a beer? I'm just messing around. I don't even drink beer anyway.
seem to be getting along already. Both points that will get increasingly more obvious as the footage continues.
Yeah, I can smell it from across the car.
She's like, I had 1 Miller Lite. There's no, I wanted to say, like, a Miller did that to you?
Big Miller, 128 ounce Miller.
Freaking bucket of Miller.
I mean, she didn't specify the size, so that makes sense.
Brooke
Yes.
Teague. Am I saying that right? Teague?
Yes. Like baseball league.
Teague like baseball league.
Yep.
Oh my
it helps people spell it, 'cause
god.
they never spell it correctly.
Brooke then gets taken out for some sobriety tests, which take much longer than anticipated.
It makes me giggle, I'm sorry.
He makes me giggle too. So.
Oh my god, I can't even listen. This is the most unprofessional thing I've ever heard in my life. Oh. It's like listening to two mother suckers on Discord at 3 in the morning. I can't do it.
Okay. I snore. I'm from Huntsville.
We're supposed to be professional.
I'm from Huntsville. Isn't gonna make me snort.
All right.
Oh
stop
my
laughing 'cause
god.
I'm not.
Right, seriously.
I'm giggling. I'm
All right,
sorry.
this is a serious deal. All right. Okay.
You're smiling.
I'm sorry I keep pausing. It's just because I literally can only watch this in 2-second increments. It's, oh my god.
All right. Stop.
Okay. I'm sorry.
Unfortunately,
Officer down bad. I repeat, officer down bad.
despite all the jokes, Brooke failed all the sobriety tests.
Oh my
and
god, that
put
was a
under
huge
arrest.
fail. That was like a wipeout.
I've had 2 Millers.
2 Millers now? That's it?
Yes, sir. You can call Mitchell, the manager.
Okay. Well, hey, go ahead and put your hands on your back for me, okay?
Okay, this could be going one of 2 ways.
Yeah.
After a search of her car, which turned up nothing but a loose car seat, she was driven back to the police station where the sparks continued to fly.
Is he moving her hair out of her face?
I'm with you. Let's go over here.
Oh my god, is there a dog?
There is a dog.
Where?
He's over there. Over here. His name is Kolyak.
Kolyak?
That's my dog.
Is that your dog? What's his name?
His name is Coach.
Coach? I have 3 dogs. Great Dane and Mastiff.
He has some big dogs.
I think so. Where'd you go to high school?
Bentonville?
Yeah, not me.
Where'd you go?
Indiana. Valparaiso, Indiana.
Where in Indiana?
Valparaiso.
I was raised from Bluefield.
Really?
Yeah.
Note that despite the obvious chemistry, both Brooke and the officer have remained professional and are continuing to move on with the investigation. The officer had Brooke take a blood alcohol test where she blew 0.14%, a number that pales in comparison to that of the next.
Oh wait, that was the end. Yeah, that was professional, all right. I thought maybe he was gonna like burn her arrest papers or something.
Girl, who was not only extremely intoxicated, but also acted very inappropriately with the cops.
Oh god. Oh, that sensor was like a sim sensor. I thought she was not wearing any pants.
I like men. Come on, just search.
A 19-year-old girl was seen weaving between lanes and throwing unknown items out of the window.
What?
Officers.
Oh my god, that just happened to me the other day. I was driving behind this vehicle, and what happened was the kid in the back seat kept picking up his toys and chucking them out the window, and I had to keep like driving out of the way. I was playing IRL Mario Kart. Then I honk at him, and he doesn't care that his kid is throwing toys all over the ground.
Immediately thought this was suspicious and pulled her over for a chat.
Hey, how's it going?
Hi, sorry. What's up?
You said you were coming from Dancers?
The driver states that she's a stripper at a bar called Dancers, and that she was texting her boyfriend who was home with her kids. However, the officers noticed something off about the driver. Her speech was slightly slurred and her eyes were glazed over.
Everybody's
There's
drunk.
a good chance this girl's been drinking.
What time did you get off with Dancers?
11.
11?
It's an hour and a half away.
You got off at 11?
Hour and a half to get to work seems awful. What's the longest you guys have ever driven to work? The longest I've ever gone is 45 minutes, but an hour and a half is insane.
10:23 right now.
Really? Oh.
Did you have anything to drink?
No, I'm 19.
You're 19?
I cannot drink at the strip club, nothing.
Nothing?
No.
You sure?
Don't get on my eyelashes, bro.
She's acting like the particles of light are attaching to her eyelashes. Oh, and you guys told me that one time my eyelashes were itching and you said that that's because mites live in there.
No, but they falling off.
From the lights?
Despite the girl's claims, the officers are fairly sure she's had at least something to drink last night.
Yeah, she works at a
especially
strip
when she
club.
seems to forget the time completely. So they ask her to step
Okay,
out of
here
the
comes the
vehicle
Riz,
and
everybody.
perform a few sobriety tests.
Here comes the
Hold on.
Riz.
This is. We're gonna start.
I'm cold.
We're gonna start right here.
Yeah, I'd be
All
cool too.
Do you wear any glasses or contacts?
I do.
You do? Are you wearing contacts right now?
No.
No.
Wasn't she just driving a car? How is she raw dog driving a car? No glasses, no contacts. That's like those people. Have you seen the clip of the guy who gets called into court and it was for his suspended license and he's on the phone and he's like, yep, I'm just gonna find a place to park right now. I can answer the call in just a second. He was going to court for a suspended license.
I'm cold.
You're gonna.
Let's just walk in a straight line and I'll be good.
Well, that's not even. I haven't even told you the exercise that I'm doing yet. So you gotta.
I'm cold.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, just give me 10 minutes of your time.
Okay.
Okay.
You're fine. Come on in a straight line. What do you want to do? Cop from?
Hold on. I didn't tell you that's what we're gonna do yet.
I know, but I know how the police is.
Despite her enthusiasm to
She's
begin
ranked.
the tests, she doesn't exactly pass them with flying colors.
Seeing somebody walk like that slow, I don't know, with the gray and the fast like motion kind of seemed like a silent film.
Enthusiasm to begin the tests, she doesn't exactly pass them with flying colors. And after losing her balance on the final test, she's placed under arrest by the officers.
Oh no!
But that's not where the story ends for her. On the way back
There's
to the
more?
patrol vehicle, she mentions that there are in fact weapons in her car, and her behavior starts to change drastically.
Y'all can check me. I don't care if y'all are male, bro.
We got plenty of female officers around to do that.
I'm good, bro. Check me. I don't care.
She just scratched her coochie.
I'm giving authorization to.
I'm not gonna search you.
Why not? I give you authorization to.
Oh, I'm not gonna do that. So.
Well, I like men. Come on, just search me.
While the cops maintained that they couldn't search her, they did take the time to search her vehicle. Inside, they found multiple guns, a large stack of cash, though it was decided this was likely
from
just
work.
tips from the bar.
Yeah.
However, she was still charged with DUI and sentenced to 9 months probation, despite also being underage. It was fairly difficult for the cops to judge if this
What is probation? I've never been to jail. Is probation just that you have to stay home? I don't know. Or is it different every time? Like, are you allowed to, like, go outside? I'm on probation every day. I just stay home and play video games.
this girl was drunk or not. However, this next girl didn't show the same amount of class.
Oh, wait. Probation is if you do anything bad, you go to jail for good, basically. So it's like your own get out of jail free Monopoly card. And then whenever you do go to jail, you gotta give them your card back.
Instead, resorting to manipulate and trick the cop into letting her go.
Hello, how you doing?
What was going on with the
Officer,
tongue
how am I supposed to
there?
please? Susan, for
It
the
was like
stop.
giraffe.
You're going 55 back there on MLK.
55?
Yeah, 55. I was right behind you the whole time, and you just...
Honestly,
Every time I see the fuzzy steering wheels, I just think that there's like probably a lot of gunk in them.
Friends are not my friends.
I'm sorry to hear that. Where are you coming from?
Knockout.
Knockouts?
This girl doesn't seem to be having the best night.
Yeah, there's some
But
drama.
that still doesn't explain why she was driving 25 miles an hour over the speed limit on a residential road. She also mentions that she came from a place called Knockouts, a gentleman's club, that could explain the sparkly outfit and why she was driving so erratically.
Yeah.
Okay. You have your license?
Like, you're gonna tell me you're my friend.
Oh my god, I need to know the tea. What happened?
Here's my registration. I have
Do you have a jacket or something that you could put on? Do you have a jacket or anything?
a jacket.
Yeah, like in the car?
No,
She just pulls out a
Because
potato.
I'm going to ask you to step out. That way we could talk out here.
I don't have anything.
The girl seems to be upset about a disagreement with her friends back at the bar, but this officer isn't buying it. There's many examples of suspects
Just get an Uber. I had to do that one time. I drove somewhere and I drank a little too much, and then I just Ubered back. And then in the morning, I think I had somebody I know drive me to go get my car. It's just easier. Just do that.
Pretending to be sad or distressed during a traffic stop to try and get sympathy from the cops and walk away with a lighter sentence. This can work in some circumstances, but it doesn't excuse driving at almost twice the speed limit.
Yeah.
But this doesn't stop the girl from
10%.
crying after she steps out of the car.
Okay.
With my registration, and I can give you my progressive.
Flow.
It's
She knows
just
flow.
like
Yeah.
a bitch
Here, let me.
tells me that she's my friend and she's not.
Okay. All right. Let's just go back over here.
I'm moving next weekend, and my friend said that she's my friend, but
Okay,
she's
here we
not.
go.
Yeah. Could you stand
Yeah,
up?
why?
Yeah.
All right. So how
She
much
probably
alcohol you
wasn't going to
consume?
show up to
No, I
help.
haven't.
Nothing.
I smoke weed. I have my medical card if you want to see it.
Mhm.
I have that. But I've been smoking because I'm mad.
Yeah, you're mad.
You know what I mean? Like,
Okay.
all the friends.
Here, just try to calm down a little bit. So
Yeah.
you say that you haven't consumed no alcohol. Just be honest with me.
Sometimes people be yapping to the police too much. I'm just going to do what they say and say nothing. I ain't saying nothing.
How much alcohol?
Work at knockouts. Honestly.
Oh, she works
the way
there.
I feel, the girl, she went behind my back and shit. You know what I mean?
Ooh,
No matter
yeah,
how
let us
hard
know.
the cop
She probably took her off her MySpace. What was it, top 10? Was it top 10 on MySpace? How many friends were you allowed to have in your top on MySpace?
tries to keep the girl on topic, she keeps breaking down and talking about
Hey,
her friendship
top eight,
issues.
top eight.
After some more pressing by the officer, she admits to smoking marijuana and alcohol back at the club. But she keeps trying to excuse it by saying she's having a rough night, and that's her way of dealing with it. Unfortunately for her, though, the officer needs her to focus, which she seems to be having a tough time doing throughout the
Yeah.
sobriety tests.
Well, so much
All
for
right, just wait
blurring
right
her
here. I'm gonna move
out.
my
They
unit
just
back
gave
just
up on
just a little
that.
bit, and I got 2 more tests to administer. You feel okay walking in those shoes?
I mean,
I smoked 3 marijuanas. I injected 5 marijuanas. It's been a really hard day.
I'm just fucking upset. That's it.
You're just upset.
I'm just fucking upset.
So, Miss Ramos, my main concern is just that you're safe to drive, okay? Obviously, you were
No, I truly get it.
traveling at a high rate of speed up.
I have
and okay.
3 kids.
Okay.
My baby daddy just
Oh my god! She desperately just needs somebody to talk to. Okay, just in general, I really think she needs somebody that just wants to yap and listen because she has a lot going on.
died.
I'm sorry to hear
My
that.
best friend just said that it's just a lot.
She needs someone to play like, what's an easy game you can play with somebody to yap over? Maybe like Grind and WoW or something. She needs like a yap game to play with somebody on Discord. No, not Mario Party. That's just more trauma. Maybe Uno. Yeah, Uno. Minecraft's a good one, or Stardew Valley. It's a good one too.
Unfortunately for the girl, though, complaining to the
Power Wash
officer didn't seem to
Simulator.
sober her up at all, and she failed all 3 of her sobriety tests. So all that was left was for her to be
Damn.
arrested,
Big
fitting
F.
in for what appeared to be a pretty rough night for her.
Yeah.
All right. So at this point, you're going to be placed under arrest for DWI, driving while under influence of intoxicating liquor and/or drugs. Just face me real quick. What's in your mouth?
Nothing.
Open it. Look over your tongue. All right.
Me talking to my dog when I when I see her run up to me with her mouth full. What's in there? Coco, what is in your mouth? Oh my god. He's gonna put his hand down her mouth like I do to my dog. Drop it! Drop it!
So on my watch, 0213, okay?
But Kelly Barton made it a little easier for the cops. Not only
What
was she
did you
seen
do,
crashing
Kelly?
into a lamppost while transporting a special needs patient,
Kelly actually did every crime.
but when police arrived, she was looking a little worse for wear.
Kelly? Yes? How are you doing?
She needs a nap.
Good.
Kelly admits that she had too much to drink that evening, but doesn't admit to driving,
She sounds like she's tired up there. I think she needs a nap.
despite it being her job. Unfortunately for her, though, security camera footage from the gas station proves that she was in fact behind the wheel, and is now facing charges of both DUI and
What happens? Okay, this is a weird question, but what happens if you just drive when you're really, really tired? Is there like an arrest for driver was Willy Sweepy. Can you? How do they put you away for that? Oh, it's DUI. Wait, you can get a DUI for being tired? Yeah, probably like reckless endangerment. That makes sense. That makes sense.
And neglect due to the responsibility she carried while driving with the patient. But as an ambulance pulls up to perform some tests on her, Kelly reveals that she has another trick up her sleeve and begins repeatedly flirting with all of the officers at the scene.
Look at you handsome. You want the light squad to check you, ma'am? Yeah. Let them do what they gotta do. Come on, boys.
She's risen him up. I don't know why, but like 48-year-old lady Riz to me is very endearing.
I want the little young boy.
Okay, no, it's not. I changed my mind. Actually, I should have pressed play before I said that. Oh no. This is a different type of Riz. Huh? Oh no, this is that Minecraft Riz for real.
Yeah, I'm feeling. Let the little young boy. Let me tell you something. What I would do to you with your blue eyes. Well, let me check the blood sugar. Okay, good. Look at him. I would do it.
Look at him. He literally stood there. What did I do? He looks like the standing guy emoji.
Him in a way that he won't admit.
Wow.
He can look tough all he wants, right? Don't let me get it.
After multiple tests, it's clear to the officers that Kelly was way over the legal limit and is arrested for driving while intoxicated. And after struggling to get her into the police vehicle, she's sent on her way to the police station. But if you think Kelly was bold for talking to cops like that, 18-year-old Skyler Fluss is on a completely different level, going so far as to post this.
Did I ever use my Riz to avoid a tough situation? No, because I am really bad at talking to people. That's actually why I started streaming a long time ago, was because I could tell that I had a hard time yapping to people. So now, for some reason, I can only do it online, but when I'm still in real life, I can't talk to people. It's like I trained my brain just to be able to talk to people on streams or like on the computer, and that's it. I don't know why.
This video to thousands of people bragging about how she got away with a DUI.
I'm Rizless.
I got out of a DUI and got let off with a warning.
She's bragging about it? Oh my god. So you're good at talking to yourself? Yeah, and it's actually your guys' fault, because when I was playing Expedition 33 off stream by myself, I was just talking to nobody. I was literally commenting out loud to myself. And at one point I stopped, I put the controller down and I went, what is wrong with me? Like, why? Why am I doing that?
Skyler was pulled over after an officer saw her weaving around the road in a way that suggested she
holy whipping it!
Might not have been completely
She's in
sober,
Fast and
but according to
Furious.
her video, she claims that using her flirtatious and quick wit, she managed to trick the officer and get away with a warning.
I blew a 3.8 and he let me off with a f***ing warning and gave me his number and said we should meet for coffee or lunch. He was hot, so I'm getting lunch with him tomorrow.
If her story is true, then the officer would be in serious trouble. But luckily, the officer in question recorded the entire interaction.
She was lying. Why you always lying? She was lying.
On his body cam, and the video tells a completely different story.
Hello.
I just don't understand why you would lie about that. Like, where's the clout? Where's the clout in yapping about that on Snapchat?
My name's Deputy Stahl. I'm in the Jefferson County Sheriff's Office. I pulled you over because you're weaving a little bit back there.
I thought you said weeb.
Where are you coming from?
I pulled you over because you like Naruto. Damn it!
Okay.
So I was like crying and like I'm really
Okay. Were you on your phone and stuff too?
I was trying to call him to get a hold of him because my heart hurts
Okay.
so bad.
Well, I'm just concerned that you were
This is the worst acting I have ever seen.
weaving because of alcohol, but if you're on your phone, have you been drinking or anything tonight? No? Okay.
She ulted too soon, man. She should have like QEW then R. She ulted too soon.
He then does give Skyler a card with the sheriff department's information on it, but it didn't include his personal number, and it didn't come with an invitation to dinner.
Sounds like you're having a rough night, so I'm not going to add to that by writing you a ticket or anything, okay? So I'm just going to give you a warning.
I saw a lot of people talking about sister leveling, but I have no idea what that is.
It's not a big deal. I just want to make sure you're okay. You were weaving a little bit, and I just want to make sure you're okay to operate the motor vehicle, and I believe you are. So my information's right here on the front. The reason I stopped you here is on the back. Where we were headed, get there safely, and I'm sorry you're having a bad night.
Yeah, I'm just right down the street. I'm
Okay.
sorry.
No, you're fine. Yeah, well, no, you don't need to apologize. I mean, you were weaving a little bit with no traffic.
He was being really
I just want to make
nice.
sure you're okay, that's all.
Skyler.
Why was he so nice? He was so nice to her. Then she went and did the El Bozo Fortnite dance on Snapchat.
Skyler's video doesn't just contain disgusting footage of her laughing and bragging about exploiting this officer's kindness, but also states that she blew a 3.8 on the breathalyzer, ignoring that she wasn't even tested in the first place.
Yeah.
The legal limit is only around 0.8. And
what would a 3.8 be? What would you have to drink to get to a 3? You would die. Yeah, you would die. You would die. There's no way. Yeah.
it already makes driving dangerous, but a reading of 3.8 would imply Skyler was not only blackout drunk, but close to death, as at a level of 4.0, respiratory failure is likely. But this doesn't mean Skyler was lying about being drunk underage. Videos were later discovered of her chugging tequila from the bottle and acting drunk at a party just hours before she was caught driving. After she was confronted with this, Skyler confessed and admitted to everything.
I ended up getting a little too intoxicated.
Why is this filmed like a TLC documentary? What the hell? My 500-liter alcoholic life, okay? What the hell?
I was taking shots all night, and I decided to make the dumb decision to get into my car and drive.
She also admitted that the officer never asked her out. That was just a lie for social media attention. Regardless of her confession, though, no further action was taken against her or the officer who failed to test her. But the same can't be said.
Okay, what was with that transition now? I'm kind of scared. Oh my god, you think he's on like the most wanted list?
For Officer D'Angelo Reyes, who switched the roles when he instead tried to seduce a suspect and took advantage of her criminal record in the darkest of ways.
Oh my god!
You got a room?
On April 17th, 2022, D'Angelo was on duty searching for a murder suspect, but instead he ran into this girl on the street, and his body cam captured the following conversation.
What's your name?
My name?
I'm Eric.
Nice to meet you.
At that point, I would say, I didn't ask.
It's obvious D'Angelo knew exactly where he was planning on taking this interaction, as he gave a fake name when introducing himself to the girl.
I mean, I heard some noise that direction, but I didn't see anybody.
Oh, do you live around here?
Yeah, I stay at the motel.
Oh my
which one?
god!
The studio.
Oh, okay. You're sexy. Is that unprofessional of me? I don't know. I'm sorry, but like, I'm just like, damn. You just chilling tonight?
Ew!
Okay. If I'm wandering around, where should I wander?
Probably somewhere around the Studio Star.
Okay.
Oh my
you got a room?
It's me and my dog Philly.
Oh, really? Okay.
This is where D'Angelo turns off the body cam and allegedly gets her phone number.
That has to be illegal, right? Are you allowed to turn off your body cam?
Later, he ran her name through the system and discovered that she had an extensive criminal record. He then called her, menacingly claiming that it wouldn't take much to put someone with her record back in prison. From there, he visited her in the motel and proceeded to have non-consensual sex with her. He initially denied meeting her at all, but eventually admitted to having sex with her, but claimed he thought it was consensual. In June of the same year, he was charged for the attack. But this next traffic stop came as a surprise to the female driver, who had a plan to get out of her reckless driving charge.
That was insane.
Motherfucker, I know you.
Well, hi.
In the
Going from that to, well, hi, is a little wild. What the hell? That well hi sounded like somebody's sub-alert on Twitch.
early hours of July 1st, 2023, a Montville police officer noticed a car being driven erratically and initiated a traffic stop to figure out what was going on.
Hi!
Okay, he just is really friendly.
The reason I'm stopping you, well, I didn't stop you. Why did you stop? Let me ask you that.
Because.
Hi!
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Well, the reason you caught my attention when I pulled up behind you is because when you came out of there, you swerved completely all over the road.
He seems nice, though.
How much have you had to drink tonight?
He kind of gives me good vibes.
Nothing at all? No?
The driver, who was later identified as Karina, denied that she'd been drinking, but the cop doesn't buy this and decides to remove her from the car to perform field sobriety tests. And sure enough, just a few minutes into the tests, the cop confirmed that his suspect was indeed drunk.
Wait, they make you stand on one leg? I don't even know if I could do that. Yeah, I could do that. I could do that. Wait, but they take your shoes off. Ew, she got her grippers on the ground.
So right now, it's not good and you're under arrest.
You say it's not good because you're under arrest. He tried to make that a compliment sandwich. He was trying to make it seem a little less bad.
All right. Driving a little intoxicated. Where are we going?
I would like my shoes on.
Okay, we'll do that when I say.
He seems actually, now that I can think about it, his vibes are more like kindergarten teacher, which is perfect for this situation.
You're gonna fucking kill me.
Karina is arrested and put in the back of a patrol car, where she quickly admits that she did have a few drinks. And once they arrive at the station, she starts to make things a bit awkward for the officers, but in a more charming manner.
Oh, okay, girl.
Not feel fucking cops are taking care of.
What?
You got it. No problem.
Fair service.
No problem.
No problem.
We try.
Okay.
I'll do an Air 5.
So far, Karina has been very cooperative with the officers during the booking, but once it's time for the breathalyzer test, we start to see just how charmingly entitled she can be.
Will you submit the samples of your breath?
He's gonna be a brat.
No? So right now you have a chance that you're not over the legal limit, right? When you go on the box.
Okay.
But if you say no, then it's automatic that you're found guilty of driving while intoxicated and then refusal. Will you submit to breath testing?
No.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right, Karina, can you just take a seat?
you.
Definitely don't try and take that off. Karina, stop.
She's taking her clothes off?
Listen.
Oh.
No.
Karina.
I want to go home.
Okay, just take a seat on the bench for now, okay?
Yeah.
I want to go.
And you're gonna go home soon.
So let me call my mother off my own goddamn phone.
We will call her, okay?
Off.
She just wanted to get a round of Subway Surfers in, okay? You gotta understand the addiction is real. Or maybe she was doing some pulls or dailies and what is it, Honkai Star Rail? Is that the mobile game?
Give me my phone.
We'll call her on
I need
that
to
phone
pull.
very shortly.
No. Give me my phone. It's my mom.
Oh my
This
god! They can cuff you to an object?
Driver is making this arrest as difficult as possible and doesn't seem to grasp just how much trouble she's in. She's already violated New Jersey's zero tolerance policy when she admitted to drinking, and by refusing to provide a breath sample, she will likely be found guilty in court. However, Karina already knows all of this because it's not her first.
Yeah, she saw I went live, so she had to come and check in for her daily streak in the BerryCrepe chat. That's why it's really, really, really important that she gets her phone back.
Time here.
It's not a good thing that I know what it looks like here.
Well, have you been here before?
No.
Dang, she's a professional.
It's a bad thing.
I played these games before.
Just take it slower right here. I call up the stairs.
God. Is he walking her with the cuffs?
My pronouns are you. Gotta say.
What? On Memorial Day? On Memorial Day?
Not bad.
Not bad. I had to listen to that again. Let her go. Let her go.
My pronouns are you. Gotta say.
Not bad. Not bad. All right, so
How
you
do you
just
not
have
laugh?
to get a signature from your
I
dad.
would be a horrible police officer. I would laugh at everything. Ataka, thank you for 17 months. I appreciate it. Thank you. Can we get a great yay in the chat for Otaku? Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
Here, just
Scratch my
Karina,
nose,
just
sorry.
hang out for a second here.
Well, mom feels classy. All I gotta say is Mom, it was classic.
What did she
I'm
say?
gonna explain the tickets to you real quick.
Oh.
Officer Greendeck will do the same too, but
Don't even bother. I'm gonna cry about them later.
let me just explain to
I
you real
will
quick.
cry about them later.
There's 2 tickets there because there's a court date, so I have to tell you.
Hey, motherfucker, I know you.
Yeah?
Hi, motherfucker. I know you.
Oh, that meant I was like meaning it like a...
What?
You meant it in an endearing way?
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
Well, hi.
Yeah.
sometimes we don't get it in that kind of way, so.
What if she really did know him and he got out of that and he went, oh my God, that was close.
It's always in that kind of way. Wow, Montville police station's kind of nice.
Yeah, looks good in
Karina
here.
ended things on a good note with the officers and was released shortly after. She was charged with driving while intoxicated, refusal of breath testing, reckless driving, and failure to maintain lane. Turns out this was her second DUI in less than 2 months. And then she had 2 more run-ins with the law when she ignored a stop sign and again when she got caught speeding, all of which were documented on Drive Thru Tours channel. But
Plug.
when it comes to seducing cops, there's no better example
Oh my
than
God.
Lydia Badillo's case.
She's kind of wearing like a music video outfit and her hair's blowing in the wind.
I'm looking at your eyes.
Why?
Because you look pretty handsome.
She was caught trying to transport 2 illegal immigrants over the Mexican border.
What?
It is
And this was her plan if they found out she was just gonna flirt with the police officers? What the heck? That was her plan?
As soon as everything started to fall apart, she decided to try seducing the officer.
Just wait for me right here, okay? You don't have any.
Sorry, sir.
What?
I'm looking at your eyes.
Why?
Because you look pretty handsome.
As soon as the officer realizes something might be up with the IDs, Lydia starts to smile and stare directly at his eyes before telling him how handsome he is. Obviously, this is just a trick to try and get out of the position she's put herself in. A trick that isn't going to work on this officer.
Maybe she'll cook. Maybe she'll cook. Let's see. Let's rate the Riz. Well, she's playing with her hair. That's already... Oh, wait, never mind. I don't think it's the same girl.
Son falsos, okay? Y tener documentos en estados de Texas.
That was a really loud vibration.
Las ID, a esta te sale a un señor, a tuya. A esta no me sale nada. Okay, so estas identificaciones son falsas. Okay.
After running the woman's driver's licenses through the national
Here we
database,
go.
the officer discovers that the ID numbers return completely wrong results, meaning that both of them are totally fake. It's later discovered that the 2 women with Lydia in the car are both illegal immigrants from El Salvador. What's worse is that they were being transported through a service that often forces women into debt bondage, where the people who transported them will make them pay off their debt through forced labor and sex work. So while Lydia was arrested and the 2 women sent back over the border, they may have been saved from years of horrible treatment and abuse. One thing's for sure though, Lydia's attempt at flirting didn't work one bit. But the same can't be said about this next girl.
Did I miss something? I didn't even see the ranked performance. Okay, that was like a spark notes of the interaction.
Who was so bubbly and flirtatious that the officer couldn't help but smile throughout the entire encounter.
Wait, she might be cooking!
Don't do that to me.
On January 5th, 2022,
Well, you might be onto something,
officers
ma'am. I'm
responded
sorry.
to
Do you
a
want to get
car
out here, or
accident.
would you like me to
As
take
soon
you
as
in
they
and
got on
out?
the scene, they were given some useful intel by a witness.
She's drunk. And she already said that I don't want to get a DWI in a single car.
Okay. Thank you.
Was she in the rally? No, she was on that.
She's got multiple snitches coming for her. Everybody's talking about her.
I was coming this way right before the curve, and she pulled
Drama?
around me. I mean,
Ooh, drama. She got
pulled around another part to make the curve. Jump the curve. See her trunk right there?
Holy Mario Kart.
And slack this. I don't know what to feel what.
It sounds
started
like this
throwing
driver
green shells out of
completely
her
lost
car. It was
control of the
scary.
vehicle and was lucky nobody else got hurt. But if they want to understand exactly what happened here, they're gonna have to talk to the driver. And it doesn't take long for them to figure out the situation.
Here we go.
You're not having anything medical.
No, sir.
Okay. Now, just based on this driving behavior and what people have been saying when we came on scene, would you be willing to take some standardized sobriety tests? How much have you had
Wow.
to drink today?
Not very much.
Okay. What is not very much?
Oh, no. As soon as you hear the not very much, you know that means a lot of matcha. I don't even know what I said. That was like a new word.
Why
like the legal limit.
Okay, which is what?
Like not very much because I eat and
And what is the legal limit? I think the legal limit is not very much. Well, you're correct. You can go.
The driver is being honest and complying with the cop's request to take a field sobriety test. But unfortunately, the sobriety test quickly shows the cops that even if she's acting nice, she's still a criminal that put
Actually, you're acting pretty nice, but I just talked to Santa and he said you're on the naughty list for previous DWIs and a suspended license, so you're gonna have to come with me.
many other lives in danger.
All right, man, go ahead and put your hands behind your back for me, okay? You're being placed under arrest for DUI. All right, I'm gonna have
Anyways.
to pat you down before I put you in my unit, okay?
The cop pats the girl down before placing her in the back of his patrol car and reading her rights. But this is when she starts to put her plan into action that she thinks will cut her loose.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. God.
You don't need to apologize. You know, I'm doing my job, that's all.
I know. And I respect that. I respect.
Have you ever been arrested for a DWI before?
No, sir. I've never been arrested, period, so.
Oh, she's putting on like the Valorant Riz voice, you know, like the Valorant accent. She's trying to cook.
You sound like one of the cuter people that you've had in your cop car.
Oh, ew! I don't know. I don't think. For some reason, like saying I'm cute is like anti-Riz to me. What's the word for that? It's just if you're saying that about yourself, it's too much confidence. It's like not hot anymore. It's like, oh, well, you think you're better than me? Okay.
Do not confirm or deny, please.
Yeah, I can't talk about that.
Yeah, it's like ick to me.
For legal purposes. I'm too cute for prison. Don't do that to me. Anyways, I'm sorry you're stuck with me, though.
That's all right, you know. I've been, like I said, with worse.
Back at the station, the seduction doesn't stop.
How is this working? This is a crazy strat, man.
All right, so I'm gonna count this in front of
I remember you would come up to the Alcatia with your face mask and I'd be like, that one is so fine.
Yeah.
And then, like, respectfully though.
Oh, yeah.
Obviously, because, like, I'm a mess right now. You had your face mask on, but I was like, that one is so fine.
Yeah, don't worry about it. Let's get back to
Obviously,
business,
nobody
though.
wants to date any woman that's looking like this, so yeah. You are such a handsome man.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. I do.
Okay. I'm getting prepared.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
You don't need
I hope I haven't been disrespectful.
How often do you think this happens? Like, what percentage of people try to seduce their way out of an arrest? I would say maybe like 3%. This can't happen that much. But everybody who has been parrying has been really good at it. So maybe it's more than I think. Because the officer parry has been great. They're all great at deflecting. Well, except for that one guy who ended up dating her. But yeah, you know what I mean.
If I haven't been disrespectful to your
Opie, thank you so much for coming by. I appreciate it.
job.
But even as she waited for her medical examination, she couldn't resist flirting with the officers in an attempt to lessen her sentence.
What do you suggest? You're there, so go ahead. Okay, maybe a little. You're right.
Hey, come over here.
What?
This way.
I just want to say hi. I'm sorry.
Wild.
She's walking around like she owns the place. This is her house for real.
Come over here.
I'm sorry.
It happens.
You lead the way.
Yeah, just have a seat right.
How the hell am I supposed to do? Hi, Brandon. What are you doing? I'm a valid now.
Oh, why you should.
I still have to triage and then. Look how cute he is.
Okay.
Because you're so cute, sir.
Oh, yeah. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah, I mean, I guess this is better than dealing with somebody who's a really angry drunk. But wow.
Hey, might as well choose to be happy if you're in a shit situation.
You shouldn't be.
Unless I got stuck with this kitty.
She's trying so hard.
Yeah.
Thankfully, this didn't seem to change anything in her charges, as she was hit with an aggravated DWI and reckless driving. At the end of the day, though, a DUI never gives that big of a sentence, at least not compared to what Amelia Bassoon was trying to dodge, as she attempted to seduce the cops and get away with murder.
What? Wait, no, that has happened before. Yep, this strat has not been patched yet.
Amelia was arrested in connection with the murders of Cindy and Sean Stack. They think she helped her husband cover up the crime, but she will do everything she can to get away with it, including flirting with the detectives. But while this case started in a playful manner, it quickly...
Do you want to tell us something, Barry? No, because, the only time I remember the strat kind of working for somebody was when I was a kid. I don't know if you guys have grandparents who really liked watching true crime. I went to go visit my grandma, and she was watching, like, the Casey Anthony trial. That ended so different than my child brain could comprehend.
Quickly evolved into one of the most intense interrogations of all time.
They're dead. They're both dead.
I didn't do anything.
The detective starts by reading...
That was horrible I didn't do anything. Okay.
Amelia her rights and getting some basic information.
Am I, like, getting arrested or something for something? Or...
We'll explain it to you. Yeah, we'll explain it to you.
Okay. I just normally, when this starts, is like someone getting in trouble or arrested or something.
Well, we just, like I said, we want to be able to talk to you.
Already, it's obvious that Amelia is making her voice high-pitched and speaking in a timid tone of voice. While this could just be what she sounds like normally, other footage of her suggests otherwise.
I don't want to press charges, but I would like a no-contact order. I can do that. Okay.
Her change in tone could also be a
They had evidence.
reaction to being in a stressful and uncomfortable situation. But as the interrogation continues, she begins to show more and more of these flirtatious signs.
Josh, did you say that? Did I hear you say he shot himself in the leg?
Yeah, so in December, we went bowling.
Okay.
Lying here has to be hard. You have to remember every lie.
Through and through.
Jeez, that's lucky.
I know, it's crazy.
How long you guys been married?
It'll be a year in September.
Oh, okay.
Here, Amelia gathers her hair and moves it all to the right-hand side, exposing her neck on the left. The neck carries the jugular, an important and vulnerable...
Okay. This is like when your English teacher asks you to write an essay on why the curtains were green. This is an insane segue.
Part of the body that many people will make an effort to protect. However, when someone feels comfortable or safe around someone, they're likely to expose their neck by tilting their head or moving their hair to the side, suggesting attraction or at least the desire to show it.
This is real?
So, Amelia, I can tell you the reason why we're here today is because of that issue with the bank.
Wow.
All right. Does that surprise you?
Okay, so basically the strat is if I show you my neck, that means that I'm comfortable with you, because if you were to stab me, yeah, I would die. Everybody write that down. If you get stabbed, you will die. It's like when you eat a potato chip or whatever.
For this type of situation, yeah.
Okay.
Like this intense. I mean, I got in trouble at work, which makes sense, but I'm just confused about this.
Well, let's walk through it a little bit, okay? Let's walk through that and see how maybe we came here today. All right?
Okay, yeah, let's walk through
this.
this.
Just a misunderstanding or what? Okay.
The story ended with Cindy and Sean dead, but started with an equally disgusting crime. Amelia was an employee at Chase Bank and exploited her...
Was that the disgusting part? Why you say it like that?
her position to steal $50,000 from a dementia-ridden man.
What? That is evil shit! That is actually evil. Every villain is Lemons. Oh my god!
She wrote 2 checks from his account, and her husband Josh deposited them in his accounts.
What?
When Cindy and Sean started asking questions, Josh purchased a gun and shot the pair in their own apartment.
Oh my god!
This interrogation is not only to uncover the details behind the theft, but also to determine what part she played in the killings.
Yeah!
So what happened with this write-up? So, I mean, had you been a banker for him for a while? I mean...
Yeah, so I've been his banker since I moved here.
So what happened with these checks?
Nothing. He called him. I have the record over global security. So when they came in, they pulled like call logs, they pulled like cameras.
Okay.
Sure, like they pulled signature files. Because I mean, it's still federal. It's the bank. So they wanted to make sure that I wasn't like, I guess, stealing.
When you talk to Gerald, I mean, how did he appear to you? Is he a young guy, old guy?
He's old.
Oh, how did he appear to you when you talked to him?
What?
Okay.
He was okay? Do you ever have any issues when you talk to him about remembering things or anything like that?
Like, I know, like, a little about himself. Like, he had brain surgery.
Oh my God, she knows all this and still did it?
He remembers things. I don't think he forgets, really. He just, other than that, he's...
Okay. Yeah, nice guy.
Amelia does her best to seem open and honest here.
Yeah.
But as soon as she finishes up talking, she brings her shoulders up, hunches over slightly, and crosses her arms.
That's how I normally sit. Is that bad? Oh no, they're gonna tell me I'm a criminal because I have poor posture.
All movements that are done to protect vital parts of the body and are obvious tells that someone feels uncomfortable. These signs only become more apparent as the interview continues.
What did he have you do? Like, what did he ask for?
Nothing, it's just he...
I don't stream on the floor. Everybody thinks I stream on the floor. I have a chair. It's from Office Depot.
The grandson came and picked him up?
It was either the day before or the day after. I opened up an account for him.
Oh, so he must have just deposited those checks into the account?
I'm guessing.
I think your best bet right now is to be completely honest with us, okay? So let's go on a little bit more, okay? The truth is going to be the best thing right now, okay? This happened in May?
Okay.
My write-up for work in May.
Is the account still open?
The father?
No?
Amelia's speech has become much shorter and unclear, and she continues to seem more and more uncomfortable when pressured about Gerald's banking record.
Do you guys ever get scared that one day you'll get arrested for something that you didn't do, but you were so socially awkward and very weird to where you could possibly be arrested for something that you didn't do just because you have very weird body language? I think about that sometimes. Sometimes I go, I would be screwed just because I would be scared of talking to cops, but I would just show up looking like actually terrified.
Records. Of course, the detective has noticed this and is seeing straight through her original timid and playful demeanor, so he decides to ramp up the pressure.
Uh-oh. The bad cop!
At a certain point in time, we have to move past it, all right? He's a nice guy, and I'm sure you really do care about him.
I do.
Do you see now?
But it's not like I don't want to make it...
No. Did you take advantage of that?
I took advantage of him because he's a really nice guy.
Yeah.
He's making her crack like an egg. Oh my God, you guys remember the movie from Disney Channel where that guy had to learn to crack an egg with one hand and he played baseball?
And Josh, did he ever talk to them?
No, he never spoke to him. He doesn't even know who they are.
Would he have been at their house?
Him? He doesn't even know where they live. I don't even know where they live.
You have access to his account.
Yeah, then you would know where he lives.
You open it.
Yes.
No, but I don't remember his address.
What?
You talked to Cindy? Possible she gave you their address?
Oh, he's getting her.
Messages?
No.
But you don't remember if she gave you the address or not?
She never did. She had no reason to.
Ooh,
Also,
she's
Josh went
answering
over
like
there, you
she's
know?
suspicious.
I mean, how would he know where they live, though?
That's not the question I was asking. Is it possible?
Ooh,
that he went over
asking
there?
questions to a question.
So you can't say for sure he did or didn't. How
To my
can you say
knowledge,
no?
because he doesn't know where he doesn't know them.
Amelia
she's
now
getting
decides
mad.
to change strategies. Instead of her original flirtatious and playful demeanor, she's switched to an innocent and clueless one. At points, she even smiles and laughs while being asked serious
She's a liar. Yeah, she be lying. Lie.
questions in an attempt to downplay the intensity and pressure. This is a sign that the facade she's put up is starting to break, and the detective takes this as an opportunity to press her even further.
Yeah, get her!
The severity of the situation, right? Because I don't know if you really do.
He's
Right?
good.
And I think you need to start understanding that how this interview goes and what decisions you make here are going to affect your life for a long
I feel like I would start
you
laughing.
think that
Yeah, I
you had this
agree.
all
I
planned
feel like I
out,
laugh when I get
and again,
stressed.
Not saying it in a bad way, but this is what we do. Okay,
Or
when
I
we
would
make
cry.
mistakes, we figure things out and go, okay, all right, there's a lot more going on here, all right?
Or I
And
would
you know
think
whose
a
name
blue
is all over
guy.
this right now? You and Joshua, okay? You need to start thinking real hard and real fast, okay?
Uh-oh.
Who is involved in this and what happened, okay?
That's all I know.
Okay. Things got out of hand. Okay? This got out of hand. I think what happened was Cindy was asking you for this money back and you didn't have it.
Yeah. See, this is also a good strat, okay? It's good to like what's the word I'm thinking of? It's good to give them an out that's lesser or like a reason to justify why they did what they did. Because then they're like, oh, okay, well, maybe it's not that bad if he says that I was just really upset or I was just trying to fix a problem. Maybe he understands my perspective.
There, okay? Sometimes, again, when we make a mistake, we do something wrong and the ball gets rolling and we can't stop it. You understand what I'm saying? Okay? Listen, you have your whole life ahead of you.
I know.
You have a 7-year-old son. You have an obligation to him. So
I hate when kids get involved, man.
We need to know. Because if you want to keep going with what you're telling us, okay?
I feel so bad for them.
All right? And you have to understand.
Yeah.
Okay? So somebody did something. We need to know now.
Talking about her son obviously strikes a chord with Amelia, and as interrogations are all about exploiting emotions to extract the truth, the detective jumps on this to make her as vulnerable as possible.
Did Josh put you up to this?
Ooh! He wants her to rat him out.
Well, this is the stuff we need to know. Listen, if he put you up to it, he put you up to it. That's okay. Again.
Can you get less jail if you tell them somebody else did it?
Like Detective Reyes said, I think you're kind of at this crossroads right now, okay? You've got Josh, who you probably love, and he's your husband, okay? But you also have Julian. And you got to picture that little boy. You got to picture not being able to watch him grow up.
Wow.
Think about that for a second. Think about being put somewhere very far away from him, and the only way you're going to have contact with him is through letters.
Damn, he's good at this.
In prison, of your little boy growing up. That's your
Oh my
future.
God, he's got her crying.
I don't know the severity of what he did.
What did he do?
But he knows the relationship that I have with Mr. Stack. He knows that. I mean, I would take him food, like.
Listen to me.
So at a point, he would get upset with me that like I'm too nice, that I can't kind of act with my customers. But he's the old guy. He has no family. Well, I mean, I talked to him because you know he's my husband. I talked to him.
Did Josh say that you kind of were owed this money because you were taking care of this guy?
I don't know if he said that, but
Something like that. What did he tell you?
Oh no!
I don't want to get in trouble. I didn't do anything.
She's about to break.
Well, then tell us, okay? Tell us. They're both dead.
What?
Yeah, they're dead. So now we really.
Okay. What? What?
We need to talk.
At this point, all of the games that Amelia was playing have gone out the window. Whether she's innocent or not, she's now being accused of aiding a murderer and is faced with losing her job, house, and a 7-year-old son. So, understandably, she's starting to get incredibly scared.
I do not want to go to jail.
This narrator is evil.
Like, if I get fired, okay, let me get fired at work, but I don't want to go to jail. I didn't do anything.
Wait, so she thought the only thing could happen is she would just get fired? What? You know what? You can have my job. It's okay. Like, I'm fine with that. Yeah.
I didn't plan anything. I didn't conspire anything. I didn't do anything.
At all?
Go to jail.
From here, the detectives try to capitalize on this, using her vulnerable state to try and extract as much information as possible from her. But Amelia asserts that she's only told the truth throughout the entire interrogation.
Huh?
She didn't know Cindy and Sean were dead, and she had nothing to do with their murders.
Okay, here comes good
here
acting. Let's
is
see.
where the interrogation takes a massive turn.
He's just gonna say she did it.
These detectives have now been talking to her for over 2 hours, and they've executed this style of interrogation almost perfectly. But for the last few hours, they've just been going around in circles to no avail. So instead,
They would have a hard
leave
time
the
with
room
me.
to discuss a new approach.
I'd just be
And
yapping,
that's when
yapping,
detective
yapping,
number
yapping.
3 enters with blankets and a kind, apologetic tone.
Hey.
The narrator's kind of a diva.
You need to get out from underneath this big time.
What? Okay. This guy is going a little too hard. The minute he started talking to me, I would shut up. He's like going in way too hard. It's like when you and your friends start lying and making a joke and then the third friend comes in and just like adds a little bit too much to the lie. Like you blew it. You blew it. You blew it.
Who they work for?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're homicide detectives, so.
I know.
And they want you to be a witness, not a suspect.
That's why I want to talk to them, because I just don't want to be involved in any of this. Like,
Okay.
I don't want any part of this. I want to be able to go home.
Okay.
Entering like this after such a stressful experience with the other detectives will set Amelia's mind at ease.
I don't know if this would make me tell the truth. I don't know. Like, it's a blanket. I'm putting myself on like S tier level. Like I would see this and go, I've watched a lot of YouTube videos. I know what you're doing. Maybe there's just too much information online now, because I would be like, when I was watching the body cam videos, they said that this was a tactic.
Consciously enforced the idea that he isn't a threat. At the start of the interrogation, Amelia was trying to seduce the detectives in an attempt to get better treatment.
Back
and
to the seduction. I
even
forgot
a
that's what
lighter
this video was
sentence.
about.
So if the third detective plays into this by treating her kindly and playing her game, maybe he'll have a chance of finding
If
out
you
what
beat me in
really
one game of
happened.
Yu-Gi-Oh, you can go.
You can't lie. You can't, which means holding something back, telling a partial truth, or just flat out lying. That is accessory. You're protecting someone, and I'm telling you right now, you don't have to do that. If you know what happened, tell him. Did he tell you what he did?
Aw, she looks like Blue Guy.
If you say anything, then like if you, because I mean I'm not stupid.
Okay, but eventually he told you what happened.
No.
If you had to 1v1 a cop in a game of your choice to be able to be set free, what would you pick? I would probably pick StarCraft.
Tell me that.
Wow, yeah, wow.
Or that he was
Mahjong?
But you know that he was going over.
Fortnite!
I knew that he was going.
Oh, Halo.
What day?
He told me, he's like, don't worry about what I'm doing. I'll take care of it.
Talking about them, though.
I'm guessing so, because that's just what he keeps saying.
Zerg Rush!
Details, not in vagueness.
They told me I'm going to jail regardless.
The fraud part may be, but that's nothing. Compared to these charges for first-degree murder.
If I say all of these things, will I get in trouble?
If you don't say any of these things, you're definitely going to get in trouble.
Ooh, good strat there. That was good.
I didn't do any of this.
Put it this way. If you protect him and you don't tell us everything, then you're part of the crime.
He didn't
Amelia
say no.
is now met with a harsh dilemma. She has to either gamble that the detectives never connect her
Ooh, gamble. I love the gamble. I would gamble.
to the crime and face felony charges herself,
Okay, never mind. Maybe not.
or fess up and snitch to the police.
Ooh, betray her husband. This is some Game of Thrones type shit.
Likely sending her husband to jail for the rest of his life.
Wow.
This is her last chance to make the right decision, or she'll never.
Do you guys ever think that people go through this? Like, the biggest decision I had today was what I wanted to make for lunch. People have to decide if they want to rat out somebody and put them in jail for the rest of their life.
Never see her son again.
Can we start over from the beginning then?
Yeah, go ahead.
So I let her know she wanted to know. She went with her dad to the bank and she looked at the transaction history and she wanted to know what the checks were. So I can't tell her much. And then he's over my shoulder listening to my conversations with her. And he's just like, I'll take care of it. Don't worry about it. He just wasn't having it. He didn't want me to talk to her.
It was probably way easier to commit a crime in like 1930.
The guy's daughter.
You know her name?
Cindy. She's on the call her Cindy.
And he knew who Cindy was.
Only because of the conversations that me and her were having.
Okay, go ahead, I'm sorry.
The next day he went and he bought a gun. I don't know if it was
Oh my God! Just yap.
He called out of work. He said that I'm gonna take care of things. The next day he comes home and he's like banging on the door. This is like
Where the apartment or the house where we were at today?
Yes.
Okay.
Where's the lawyer?
He came banging on the door. When he came home, he took the gun apart. He was shaking. He took all his clothes off.
She put in descriptors in there.
Big bag. And then he went by his mom and dad's house.
Okay. When did you become aware that he was involved in the murder?
Well, I didn't know what happened. I just stopped hearing from her. And then when I said something,
This is like AO3 levels of description.
He told me no. And then he got really mad at me. And he was like, if you say something, I'm going to kill you.
Okay, he's not going to say that unless he told you about the murder. That's the part that's so when did he tell you about the murder?
Damn! He got on that quick! I'm sorry I doubted you, sir. I'm sorry. You were clutching up right now. He's doing a good job.
You gotta let this go. You can't. Anything you hold back is not gonna look good. You've got.
She folds for anything.
It hurts. It's scary. I understand that, but not talking is worse for you than talking.
It was he
Did
never
he describe how what?
He never physically said like what he did or if anything was done.
Did he say he shot him?
Well, I'm guessing he had his gun, so.
Don't guess. Did he tell you that he shot him?
Yes.
He said he shot him.
Mm-hmm.
And with that, the detectives managed
Wow.
to use Amelia's tactics against her and got her to confess to her own husband's crime.
Wow.
The detectives also stuck to their word and, after confirming she had nothing to do with the murders, dropped the charges against her. She was, however, still charged with the theft and sentenced to 3 years in prison.
That's way
Josh,
better than
however,
forever.
was found guilty of the first-degree murders of Cindy and Sean Stack.
Wow.
And was sentenced to life behind bars.
Life in prison! Maybe he'll see the foot fondler in there. Well, that was police seducing, people seducing the police. I would say at the end, I don't know if that was seduction. I think she got seduced by the detectives because she just said everything. What happened? That was interesting.